Hey beautiful people, you're welcome back again to our channel. My name is Franklin from Couples Talk. Now, do you want to be happy in your marital home? You know, something I discovered, I've been married now by the grace of God for several years, and I discovered that one thing is to be married, another thing is to be happy in your marriage. Now, I discovered something. Happiness in marriage, it entails a lot. Now, there are lots of people who are married today, but they are not happy. And the reason they are not happy is because of some things that are not in place. So that's the reason for this video. I want to share with you some few things that you need to do to be happy in your marriage. Now, if this is your first time of coming to this channel, I talk about marriage, talk about love, talk about relationship, and everything in between. So if these are the kind of things that interest you, consider subscribing so that the next time I post a new video, you'll be the first to receive that video. So let's get right into it. I believe that you want to be happy in your marriage. And so the first thing that you should do if you want to be happy in your marriage, overlook offenses. Over the years, if there is anything that I have learned, is that as long as you are married to someone whom you've not been with for 20 years, you did not grow up with, you just saw that person maybe after a couple of years, the both of you decided to get married. As long as you're living with that person, there will always be offenses. Even when you live with people who are the same father, the same mother with you, there will always be offenses. But the thing is, how you approach those offenses, it goes a very long way to determine what will become of you. There are people who are not always able to handle offenses. You know, they always want to talk about it. You know, they feel so offended about these things, and because of that, they are not happy. In most cases, they go to bed unhappy. When they wake up unhappy. Why? Because they are giving too much attention to these offenses. You must learn to overlook offenses, because you will be offended. Make no mistakes about it. You will be offended. Your children will offend you. Your wife will offend you. In most cases, you will also offend yourself. But if you are able to develop this attitude of learning to overlook these things, it will go a very long way to help you. So the first thing you must do, overlook what? Offenses. Secondly, you must learn to have a big heart so that you can forgive over and over and over again. As a matter of fact, marriage is a school of forgiveness where you learn how to forgive for the little things, you learn how to forgive for the big things as well. Is that okay? So you must learn to forgive big. Learn to forgive. Learn to forgive. It's something you need to do for yourself. If you are able to forgive, I'm telling you, you'll be happy. But when you keep holding on to things, when you keep holding on to things that you're not supposed to hold on to, you could be unhappy for several months. Learn to forgive and just forget, because you will be offended. Make no mistakes about this. You will be offended. Again, another thing that you need to do to be happy in your marriage is that you must always consider your spouse's happiness. You know, one thing that I and my wife we've learned to do over the years, and I say this because it has just been the grace of God, okay, is that we have always watched out for each other's happiness. She tries to do everything she can to make me happy, and I try to do everything I can to make her happy as well. Let me tell you something. If this is something that you and your spouse decide to do, I'm telling you, you will always be happy. I know that there are some partners who tend to be selfish about this thing. But I'm telling you, if the both of you can look out for each other's happiness, I mean, you will definitely be happy in your marriage. So that's something that I need you to consider And if, for example, you are in a certain situation where you don't know how to talk to your spouse, or your spouse is such that is not able to communicate with you, or is not able to look out for your happiness, then send us an email. We'll be able to counsel you on what to do about that. So you just need to send us an email on the email now showing on your screen. But whatever be the case, considering each other's happiness is such a very wonderful thing to do to be happy in your marriage. Now, another thing that you need to do to be happy in your marriage is that you have to be busy. You need to get busy and be productive. Something I discovered, unproductivity is one of the reasons, there is always so many marital issues here and there. That moment when only one person is busy, the other person is not busy. The both of you should get busy. Get busy with work. Be productive. Because when the both of you are busy, okay, you will not have time to fight over little issues. You will not have that time to want to overflog matters because you have bigger pursuits. Although I know that being busy sometimes can, destroy a marriage. It can go as far as creating problems, but there should be a balance. Strike a balance. But the most important thing is don't be idle, because when you're idle, that is when you begin to see and notice the things that you are not supposed to see or notice. Okay, so that's something that you need to work on if you're going to be happy in your marriage. Another thing that needs to be done if you're going to be happy in your marriage is that you need to be a peacemaker. Way before I got married, I made up my mind I was going to be a peacemaker. So my wife saw this and she decided to follow suit. Listen, don't be the partner who is responsible for the instability in your home. It will bring you pain. It will bring you all manner of issues, I'm telling you. So choose to be a peacemaker. Choose to be the partner responsible for peace. If the both of you can work this way, I'm telling you, your home will not only be peaceful, your home will always be a happy place. A place where you would always love to come back to after the busy day out there. So the both of you should become a peacemaker. Which means when there are certain issues that are arising, you are able to just fix it, get it sorted out without it affecting your emotions. You just get it sorted out and push it aside, because you know that the peace in your home is of utmost priority. One of the reasons you discover that some couples are not happy is because they put frivolities as their priorities. They place so much emphasis on things that will not lead to peace in the home front. And that's where the problem is. So that's something that needs to be worked on. Trust me, if you can work on this, it will be a very good thing. Be a peacemaker. Does that mean you will not see some things that will come up? Does that mean there will not be disagreements? Of course there will be. Does that mean there will not be misunderstanding? Of course there will. But if you can work on this, it will go a very long way to help. Another thing that you need to do to be happy in your marriage is that you have to cooperate more with your partner. Now, this is something that the both of you need to sit down and iron out. A lot of times I discovered that quite a lot of people don't go in this direction. There is always one disagreement here and all that. So because of this, somehow it's always an issue. Now, as long as marriage is concerned, there will always be misunderstanding. I already said that. There will be disagreement. But no matter what happens, the both of you should learn to cooperate more with your spouse. Remember, the both of you are now a team. Okay? The both of you are now a team. And you cannot afford to be doing things differently. You should work as a team. As a matter of fact, I took out time to speak about this in my new book, Marriage Made Easy. Okay, So I took our time to talk about this. I would like you to have this book. It's an ebook, okay? I will just put the link below, or you can even see it now showing on the screen. I took our time to speak about the importance of working as a team. One of the challenges or one of the worst things that can happen to any couple is when the both of them are not doing things, as a team. That moment when the woman wants to do things differently, the man wants to do things differently. As long as they are working like that, there is already division. And because division is there will always be problems. So I want to encourage you to get this book. It's a 14 days devotional, okay, that can literally change your life. The title of the book is Marriage Made Easy. It's an easy read. It's something that you can read within 2 days. Even 1 day, in less than 4 hours, you can, get it over with. But this is one book that will change your life. It is one book that will speak to you and minister to your heart, minister to you and your spouse. I cannot stress this enough, but there is nothing as wonderful as marriage counseling. A lot of times people think that they should go for workshops for their business so that they can get better in their business. People feel they should go for some trainings, okay, to upgrade their skills. But they don't know that even in marriage, if you're going to get better in your marriage, you need trainings, you need counseling. And this is something that this book would do for you. Okay, all you need to do is just click on the link below so you can get your copy. So that'll be all for this video. I believe strongly that you have learned something. Remember, happiness in marriage is your responsibility as a partner. No one is going to come to your marriage to make the both of you happy. It is you people's responsibility. The both of you have a responsibility to ensure that your home is a happy home and that you are happy in that home. So that'll be all for this video. I hope to talk to you again. Until then, don't forget to like the video and make sure you share with your friends and families who you know they will need this very video. And if you haven't subscribed, don't wait any longer. Join the family because there's so much that you stand to gain from this channel. I'll speak to you again. Until then, keep enjoying marital bliss. God bless you.